Oh, we're live.
I think this is my first live stream.
Hey.
Be gentle. Be gentle.
I'll be gentle.
You're my first. You're my first.
Now, folks, you're saying, how can you say it? Well, DJ, she's one of my favorite people in the world. And while we're filming this for Fridays with Friends, we're also live on Facebook. And DJ, you are and still are, but you've been a comedian, but you are a comedian and an entrepreneur and a businesswoman right here in Amarillo with Welcome Partner. And it's a fantastic service. It's right on time. You know, COVID changed television, COVID changed marketing. And if you thought that direct mail was a good time-tested, proven marketing medium then, well, you better believe it is more than ever now because everything's so home-based. And so, you know, one of the shows we did in the past talked about all the projections for 2023, 2024. And it goes without saying, you know, folks, you can't have a billboard magnetized to your icebox, but you can have a direct mail piece, you know,
Yes,
put
you
up
can.
there as a reminder. So DJ, how you doing today?
I am blessed. I am so blessed.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I'll never forget, you know, one of the times you and I were talking about branding and marketing, you went, oh, branding, you know, and that just cracked me up, you know, just you're quick with your one-liners. But anyone who knows you, as far as I'm concerned, they know DJ, they love you. And your once a month breakfast, your networking breakfast in Amarillo, I've seen a lot of them, and I've seen them in every city. I've never seen one as successful as yours. And it's not a waste of time in that case. People really do connect with each other and they do business with each other. And I'm just thrilled to just spotlight you right now, DJ, on Welcome Partner. So if someone said, "What's Welcome Partner?" What would you? Well, what's the easiest way you would tell them what Welcome Partner is? I know what it is, but I want to hear your spiel.
I do. Call on me, teacher.
Because I've got books to advertise that I need your services. So give me the rundown. Let's hey, you know, use me as your example because I'm your friend, but I'm also a client. So
Yes, you
tell
are.
me. So
Yes,
hey,
you are.
I got books out. I have events, you know, and you're so gracious to help me with a book signing with Red Pill Profit in Amarillo. So hey, what's Welcome Partner, DJ?
Are you gonna let me talk now?
I was trying to set it up, and it's like
I know. Yeah, and I'm fascinated. I could listen to you all day. I really could.
Yeah. Okay. So
Well, Welcome Partner is an interactive direct mail marketing association. We're interactive because of what we do now with the computer. We have an e-blast that goes out weekdays early in the day, and it connects people. It's good news. It's non-political. And we have a lot of tips and stories in there that you won't hear about on mainstream media for at least 2 or 3 days. So when you're going to events and parties and stuff like that, and the conversation lulls, then you can say, "Oh, did you hear about the toads that everybody's licking now because of the fact that it makes them high? They just don't know it's also toxic." You know, that's the kind of stuff we can tell you about that.
okay.
People haven't heard about it yet, but the National Forest Service is the one that is putting out that information. Anyway, to our story, we have all these tidbits and stuff that we can give you. We post jobs at no charge. If you're hiring and you haven't had success, we do that as part of our community service. But it's interactive also with what we do with these videos with you. And then we have a wonderful website, welcomepartner.com. So we have lots of things, and it's easy to navigate. And our webmasters are 887 Media, and they just did an upgrade for us, and it's a lot faster and even easier to navigate. Okay, so we're an interactive direct mail. We've been doing direct mail for 41 years. And we started out to be a newcomer service, and then people liked what we were doing, and they said, "Why don't you do business to business? Because we'll get twice the response, people at their homes as people in their businesses coming in." And then we had a client that suggested we do medical education mailings, which we do that, and then agri-industrial. So every month we're sending out to about 6,000 people in Amarillo Canyon and immediate surrounding area. And we give industry exclusivity except for food, nonprofits, and events. So that makes it pretty cool. So, for instance, like we represent Aardvark Automotive. They have the industry exclusivity for car repair. We also represent Jimmy Fincher Body Shop. They are our only body shop that we represent. You can own your own category that way, so you can find out if we've got that. So, okay, so we're interactive, direct mail, marketing, because we work with our clients, and if you have something special going on, we'll help you promote it. Association, because of those breakfasts, we do 11 of those a year. We don't do one in December because everybody's already got a full schedule, including us, and so we like to have that 1 month where we get a breather. But our January breakfast is always packed because we've missed each other. And it's a welcome partner breakfast. We honor first responders, we honor a for-profit and a not-for-profit of the month. And then also we like to do random act of kindness, and I like to do them there because it's more convenient for me. It's all about me anyway.
Oh yeah, of course.
Surprise people. And
about DJ.
What?
Well, I love DJ. Everyone loves you, DJ. So I don't mind it being about you.
Thank you. But that's basically what it boils down to. We are here to serve others. God owns our company, and we're supposed to have it together that way and serve. And we serve the best. You don't have to vote the best for welcome partner people. I'm so tired of voting for businesses who are already doing the right thing. We represent those that are doing the right thing.
Well, and you do the right thing. And I love the name. Welcome Partner, and how that came about. Why don't you tell us about that?
I didn't. I bought the business. It was because we were a newcomer service, and we still are. And like I said, it was a newcomer service. Now we're covering the whole Panhandle area, basically 790 and 791 zip codes.
Wow.
But we started out that way, and the essence of our business is based on that newcomer theory, because of the fact that when you move someplace, and you did, Brant, you and your family moved here, what, 7 years ago?
Right.
And you don't know who to do what with. Who can you trust, and what part of town should you do this in, and so forth. And we're here to serve. And that's our website is built that way too, so that we can help people. If they're looking for something to do, we have an event calendar. If they're looking for services, we just try to be full service. And then we have our clients on our website as well. We have a business listing, and it's called our partner tab. And so if you're looking for service, you can go in there and look immediately. We have a lot of people who shop there. Some of them have never even gotten our flyers, but they shop on that partner tab.
Well, so I love the name Welcome Partner, because you were talking about that. You said thank you to somebody. Oh, no problem. And that just didn't feel quite right.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. I don't, no problem. That's irritating. And Jimmy Evans is a minister that used to preach here, and I love that man. He's so good. And one of his sermons he talked about, he said he went into a store to return a shirt, and he thanked them, and they said, "Oh, no problem." And it made him feel bad. And I thought, good, I'm not the only one that feels that way. Say something positive. David Lovejoy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Love that guy. He's your brother.
He's my twin brother. And we do over in Amarillo together. Yeah.
Whenever people will thank him for being on the chat with him, they'll say, thank you. And he'll say, anytime.
Anytime.
I like that.
You know what? You're bringing people together, because, Lovejoy and I, we have similar backgrounds, but we also have different backgrounds too. But we respect each other, and we love our country. We love our community, and we impact each other in a positive way. That's why we started Urban Amarillo, to give a voice to the urban scene in Amarillo for the first time.
Thank you for doing those shows. I enjoy watching them.
Well, thank you. Well, he's great with people.
Well, you are too, and you shoot them great. I know.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
If you've watched the Urban Amarillo shows, Brant's the one that does the production on it, and he's also the cameraman.
Yeah.
And the way he shoots it, it gives the camera a personality on the show.
Well, thank
That's
you.
right. You're welcome, partner.
Well, you're welcome, partner. Yeah, there you go. Well, I wanted to focus on you, DJ, because again, as a person, you're just incredible, and we love you, and you bring people together. As an entrepreneur, you have an incredible, viable, respectable marketing business, interactive marketing business that gets results. Folks, you don't realize, or maybe you do, that your business card or any printed piece is it's currency. I learned that when I started marketing back in 1983. It's currency, because while a billboard has great impressions, 55,000 impressions a day, or television, of course, it's frequency and reach. You want as many appearances on impressions, or social media. It's still going to be different than riding around with you in your car, in your wallet, in your purse, on your coffee table, or on your refrigerator. Nothing beats that currency, that tactile experience of a good promotion. And with that said, I really, because I want to purchase some advertising with Welcome Partner. How would you consult me? I do a lot of things. To me, I just do one thing. I'm an encourager, but that comes out in music and radio songs, albums, special events, books, speaking, preaching. I mean, to me, it's just one thing. I'm just an encourager. But I'm thinking about the response I'm getting from this new book, Red Pill Profit, that's on Amazon. And I'm thinking, okay, well, if this really is touching lives like people are telling me, all right, that's someone who doesn't know I'm lying. But if this is touching lives like if people are really telling me, then I want as many people out there to get it, because I learned how to live without fear or anxiety. And I live that every day, DJ. You see my life, and I can't even keep up with all the opportunities that are there for me, because I learned how to live this way. And I want everyone, I don't care about book sales necessarily. I just want everyone to live in freedom and fearlessness and no anxiety and joy that I get to enjoy every day. So how would you consult me? Because I am going to buy advertising with you. And I just thought Facebook
we're already
friends,
representing your book on our website, welcomepartner.com, and on our e-blast that go out. We've been running you twice a week on there so that people can order it. And I know as soon as I posted it the first time, one of our staff, Sarah, she went ahead and ordered it immediately, and she's already got her copy in the mail, and she wants you to sign it. But what we do with everyone, we ask the same questions you were asking me a while ago. Tell me about your business. What is it that you're wanting to do? Who are you wanting to reach? Who's your target audience?
right?
One of the things is that my former business partner taught me is that we don't use expiration dates. Why? It's negative. You go to use something, oh, dang, it expired yesterday, and then they'll just throw it away. Whereas local merchants, a lot of times I'd say, well, yeah, go ahead and bring it in or something. With us, we don't want you to have that fight. You just, you don't have expiration dates. We only have one client that does it. They're corporate, but they're giving a particular timed offer. And that's why they do it. But then we send them out way ahead of time before they would ever expire. So we've got that covered. Another thing that's neat about Welcome Partner is, and I've had several friends say, oh, you ought to put it into a magazine format. I don't want to do a magazine because everybody else and their dog is doing a magazine.
Sure.
And also what people tell me is that they like these because they're in envelopes that they can easily carry in the car, or they can have, some people have a little drawer where they keep these things. And it's just so convenient that way. You pick out the ones you want and you take them on out the door to use them. So with any client, each client is separate. They're different from anybody else. and they're going to be treated that way. It's an individual, and you've seen us at the breakfast. I love
Oh
going
yeah.
to, because everybody comes up and they tell why, that they love me, or they'll hug me. And this last breakfast, I was honored because two sang to me. I just melted. And, Mark Johnson with Ram Hotel Group, he said the reason he came up and sang to me is because you and I had talked about how he has
Oh
a very
man.
voice. He said,
Go
I
to
just
his
had to do a
heart.
demo. And then also Terry Wheeler, he came up and sang. But you never know. It's because people feel love when they come to those. And we're here to serve. We want them to feel loved. We want them to feel appreciated.
Well, and they do. And your networking breakfast, again, I've seen a lot of them. And those who have read guerrilla marketing, there's ways to take full advantage of those kinds of meetings for your business. But seldom do people recognize the value in those kinds of meetings and networking. But you've really mastered your networking breakfast with just this. Everyone loves you that's there. You're so funny, but you have such a big heart. You go above and beyond. You got a great location at the Red River Steakhouse, and the breakfast is good too. But you honor people, and it's so much more than your standard networking meeting. But because I want to spend money with you, I believe in you and love you. Let's go through this, okay? Because I want businesses to watch this and to know how easy it is to do business with you, DJ, and how reasonable it is. I mean, my gosh, how many decades have you had the same pricing? I mean, 2 decades, right? Or three?
Yes, since 1993.
Oh my gosh.
We have not
Hey,
increased our rate. And plus, when you sign up with us, your rate is frozen until Armageddon, and then we'll talk.
until Armageddon.
We have special deals for restaurants and those in the food industry. We do part cash and part trade, and the trade that we do is in gift certificates, because
Wow.
that's also usually you can write that off because you spent that trade money
Yeah.
in advertising dollars. And then I've had people, well, what are you going to do with that? Well, I can do whatever I want to because you're paying me that way. I'm just like, you're not going to tell me how to use the money that you're paying me. I'm
Right.
going to pay to get the project out. But restaurants do so well with us. Leal's, I had that account, for 15 years before he closed as a result of COVID. And
Right. Oh,
we
no,
need
yeah,
restaurants.
yeah.
That's what people want.
I tell you what, DJ, people have been through a lot,
Hmm.
it almost seems like a war on small business. We don't have to go there, but on one of the urban Amarillos, Phil downtown, you know, the master barber felt like he was a criminal for still trying to make a living. I've never seen this in my whole life, where people are paid more to stay at home than they are to work. And the restaurant industry, you've taken a hit. Well, no wonder restaurants appreciate Welcome Partner, because again, you're deciding what you're going to eat, what you're going to do. Of course, they're not slowing down on their orders. They may do more DoorDash
Hmm.
or things like that, but it helps to have that experience, that tactile experience of a restaurant. And especially people that are watching their sugar intake or their salt intake, or or on a special diet or whatever. I mean, it could be very daunting trying to figure out the best place to order from if you can't leave the house at that time, or if you're in quarantine, or if you just want to provide a great meal for your family. And where else are you going to go if it's right there in front of you? These great specials from these wonderful restaurants in Amarillo. That's why I started Fridays with Friends, because I want to help restaurants. And so all that says, if you're a restaurant, if you're a bank, you could really benefit from Welcome Partner. Or if you're an author, I mean, gosh, I'm wanting to get out this book to every person out there that wants to live a fearless life, life without anxiety, and want to have an optimism that transcends your marriage, your relationships, your business, your health, everything. So I know the importance of that. In past shows, we talked about where it's heading. It's only projected to go up, folks, with all the interesting times we're seeing right now. But with all that said, I'm excited about promoting, these encouraging books with Welcome Partner. And before we started taping, you talked about a bank. You don't compete with your clients. To me, that's amazing that you do that still. You haven't changed your prices since '93, and then on top of that, you don't compete. With clients. That's pretty amazing. Tell us the first step in doing business with DJ and Welcome Partner.
A meeting. We can
Yeah.
do it by Zoom. We can do it by phone. We can do it in person, whatever you're comfortable with. I kind of like doing it online anymore because of the fact that people are so busy. That way they can just plug in, we do it, and then we've concluded, and it makes it more time efficient that way. Other people want to do it in person. I'm happy either way because we're here to serve. That's the first step. I want to know what you want to do, how you want to do it, and then we recommend if on the mailings, Jeff that had Jeff Scramberger, and a lot of you will remember him. Jeff Braddock, I love the man, and his wife Luann, and I hear from them ever so often. But he's the first one that came up with the idea of putting 3 offers on our flyers. And he said, well, because everybody pays for their own printing, and we've got 2 printers who are really good about giving discounts. But Jeff said, well, if I'm going to have to pay for those little pieces of paper, I want people to bring them in 3 different times. And I said, great. And he said, yeah. He said, let's do an offer for breakfast, 1 for lunch, and 1 for supper.
There you go.
And he did it. And every time I see him, every time I talk to him, I say, I still talk about you because he's the one that created that theory. Well, whenever I met with Andrea, who was the manager, Amanda, who was the manager over at Walk-Ons when they first started.
Right.
And we met, and it was just like playing table tennis with somebody really fun. And you say, oh, yeah, I do this. Oh, yeah, well, I can do that. And you're back and forth. So I was telling her that I said, well, most people like to give at least 2 or 3 offers. And she said, we're going to do 4. So when you see the Walk-Ons flyer, it has 4 offers to get them in 4 different times.
Wow.
And it's just absolutely brilliant. But anyway, that's what we do. And then you want to have a good offer. You want to make sure it's not come in and get a free straw with every drink, nothing like that. It's got to be something of value. And we don't want you to play the farm and say, come in and we're going to give you a steak dinner if you buy a straw. It's got to be reasonable where you're going to make money off of it. We want you to, and all people want, they don't want you to give away the farm. All they want you to do is give them a good invitation to come in and do business with you. Then they're going to be sold on you. If you're good and if you give them good customer service, they're going to come back and you have a repeat customer right there.
Right.
And we have so many that are doing that. And we have others in different trades like Aardvark, High Plains Plumright. He's been with me ever since he opened, and he stays booked. So it's all these different services that we have, and they're wonderful, wonderful people. Right. West Texas Chimney Sweep, great people. And then they added Alan Glenn to their staff in last December. And I didn't even know that had happened, and it had just happened. It was his first day on the job, and I walked in with her Christmas present, and I saw him, and he opened up his arms so I could get a big hug immediately. So, you need your chimney sweep, but not only do they do that, they also do dryer events, and that's another source of fires people don't realize. Mm-hmm. So those are the people that we have a passion for, and I can go on and on. And as far as billboards, we represent Choice Media. And they have electronic signs and they have regular paper billboards. And we do well by being on those. People, in our message that's on our billboard, it says, God loves you very much. And it's a picture of me with my dogs. And that has been more effective then call Welcome Partner, sign up, or join us on the e-blast. That has been more effective. It's just telling them that God loves them very much.
And people need encouragement,
Yeah.
When I do business with people in Amarillo, it has nothing to do. It sounds funny, but it has nothing to do with the price. I am contributing to local business.
I know you do.
When I heard about Clean Juice, I went over there and I spent some money because they're a business. This isn't a hobby, and of course, the things I'm involved in, under the surface is just television.
Your interview with them was so good, and I love their values. And I heard that they're celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary, and so I've got them on. They're going to get a Welcome Partner packet saying "Happy 25th wedding anniversary."
Well,
so
there you go.
Yeah, but they're wonderful people. I'd love to know them.
Usually people that we do interviews with, if that's a business I can go contribute to, I will, at least $100. And it's because I'm supporting my community, folks. And that's what we got to do. People help people who help people, and you help people, DJ. So I can't wait to do business with you, my friend. And folks, the whole time you've seen Welcome Partner at the bottom of your screen, go there and do business with DJ. It's hard to find people you can trust. But when you find someone you can trust, which is 1 in a million, you'll be happy that you did, because a high tide raises all ships. We got to get this together.
And we do business with those who do business with us too.
Yeah. Do business with people who love you and love our country and love each other. And so anyway, well, Facebook friends, I hope you enjoyed this taping, and folks watching from television. I can't wait to see you connect with DJ of Welcome Partner. We'll see you soon, sister.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, partner. If you want to have a fearless life, free of anxiety, to live in joy and success and fulfillment, walking out your destiny and living out your purpose, you got a better chance of doing that if you read The Red Pill Prophet on Amazon.com. Get it in your hands, the truth of the Red Pill Prophet on Amazon.com.